5 years ago, this is what Aaron Gordon was known for. He was known for being the man involved in the greatest dunk contest ever and being robbed twice. Fast forward 5 years from that second dunk contest, and Aaron Gordon is no longer the guy who dunked over a moving mascot or got robbed by Dwayne Wade. He is an NBA champion, he is a Denver Nuggets legend, and he's the most underrated player in the entire NBA. When I say Aaron Gordon is the most underrated player in the NBA, is it because he delivered two of the most memorable game winners in recent playoff history? No, it's not. But at the same time, that's a perfect place to start, because these two plays encapsulate two areas of Aaron Gordon's game that make him a perfect role player, a perfect teammate, and an overall incredible player. On the surface, the dunk against the Clippers is a thing of beauty. With the clock winding down and Nikola Jokic going to his patented Sombor shuffle, AG knew better than anyone that when that ball left Jokic's hand, it was a rare occasion of it being well off. But that allowed him to capitalize by putting it in at the buzzer. But what was so special about this play wasn't the timing or the awareness, it was what happened before this game. Prior to Game 4, the Nuggets had just been blown out by the Clippers, and the NBA media was effectively throwing dirt on their coffin, suggesting the series was over.
Largest loss margin of the season at 34, 117 to 83, your final.
I think this series is over, brother. I really do.
And not only that, but we were even starting to see reports suggesting the mood in the locker room was rough. And Aaron Gordon could barely jump, in addition to the well-known injury to Michael Porter Jr. But this is what I mean when I say these plays encapsulate what makes Aaron Gordon special. Despite dealing with a serious calf injury, not only did he still compete, but he competed for 43 minutes that game, still mustering up the energy to make a play like that at the very end of a grueling game. And it's exactly why Nikola Jokic calls him the soul of the team.
He deserves it. He's like I said, he's the soul of this team. He's a glue guy. He probably doesn't give the much respect that he deserves. But I think he doesn't need attention, so he knows what he's doing.
But I mentioned both game winners being an encapsulation of what makes Aaron Gordon special. The second game winner was different. Entirely different. After the Thunder seemingly had won the game, the Nuggets chipped away at that lead, making a few late buckets, and with Chet missing two crucial free throws, all of a sudden, in an instant, the Nuggets actually had a chance to win. So when the ball found Russell Westbrook before he collapsed the defense and kicked it to Aaron Gordon, Nuggets fans should not have been confident in this shot. In transition, no time to set himself or think, Aaron Gordon should not be the guy taking that shot, but he did, and he made it. And before you jump me, yes, I know, he shot above 40% from three this season, but there's a reason I said Nuggets fans shouldn't have been confident. Prior to last year, Aaron Gordon had shot 32% from three for his career. He just had one of the worst shooting seasons of his career. He was a below average mid-range shooter, and he was a below 70% free throw shooter. Nothing suggested Aaron Gordon was a good shooter, and that was fine. He was still a great role player, but it wasn't fine for Gordon, because instead of settling for being a great role player who had one major weakness, he worked on it. But what made this leap so unique, and quite frankly historic, is not only did he suddenly become a lights-out three-point shooter, which some people could suggest was just variance. I mean, we've seen players have outlier shooting seasons before, but he also improved his free throw shooting by 15%. A 15% jump from three, and a 15% jump from the line. That's not a common improvement. That's not irregular. That is historic. Literally, he is the first player ever to increase both by 10+% in a season. That is what Aaron Gordon did, and that's why Aaron Gordon is so special. Two plays that are so special, but both in encapsulation of why Aaron Gordon is the perfect teammate and why he is the soul of the Nuggets. But as great as that is, that's not why he's he's the most underrated player in the league. Oh no, it goes much beyond that. Imagine a player 6'8", pure muscle, agile, strong, versatile. He's got okay hops as well. Now imagine someone with all of these physical traits who is equally as willing to defend. He can playmake, he is smart, he is intelligent, he is a good leader and a good teammate. That is just a very brief outline of who Aaron Gordon is. And now you start to see why he's so special. And that is only on offense. The Denver Nuggets are not NBA champions right now if it isn't for Aaron Gordon. Last year, I don't think we saw the best of AG defensively as he struggled with injury, but at his best, which is what we saw during that playoff run, he guarded LeBron James, he guarded Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, and Jimmy Butler, all in one playoff run, and he did a great job against pretty much every single one of those guys. Again, coming back to that combination of size, athleticism, and a willingness to defend that you just can't teach. Well, the size and athleticism, mainly. Just look at him here on an island against Devin Booker. Book tries to shake him going to his left, but watch AG recover, and at this point, with Booker picking up his dribble, Gordon has the strength to absorb any contact and the length to bother the fade, forcing a bad miss. Okay, now bothering Devin Booker's jump shot is one thing. How about a 7-foot unguardable demigod? Yeah, he can do that as well. This time with KD trying to cross him before driving left, AG forces him to pivot away from the contact, but again, it's that length and verticality without fouling that you just don't see. You don't see many people who have this kind of versatility defensively. And when the Nuggets traded for Aaron Gordon, it was seen as a pretty fair deal. Denver were getting a starting level player who people felt had some untapped potential in a new environment given his physical tools, and the Magic were getting Gary Harris, a future first round pick, and a newly acquired first round pick in RJ Hampton. Well, that first round pick has yet to convey. Gary Harris is no longer on the Magic, and RJ Hampton, yeah. And now you have the likes of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges signing max contracts, and the latter taking 5 first-round picks to pry away. And you might argue, well, Mikal can do this and this better than Gordon, which might be right, but this is the best part about Aaron Gordon. Situation. He's in a situation where his strengths offensively are maximized in a way that almost they would never be maximized in NBA history, playing next to one of the most rare players ever, and his chemistry with Nikola Jokic. You just can't talk about Aaron Gordon's impact without mentioning his partnership with Nikola Jokic. It matters. It's the reason he's so valuable to the Nuggets. I mean, we have never seen a more lethal partnership involving a playmaking 5 for a 4. When you look at the assist numbers from Nikola Jokic to Aaron Gordon, it's one of the highest in the league. I mean, there's a 13-minute video on YouTube of Jokic and Gordon's partnership. That video is from one playoff run, and it's not just Jokic helping Gordon with his playmaking. Gordon is also a great playmaker who can set up Jokic, and obviously what he does defensively was the difference between the Nuggets not being NBA champions and having a ring right now. And I think despite Aaron Gordon being a respected player, I don't think the improvements he's made or his overall game and the versatility he has on both ends of the floor get enough respect.